Hi honeys, it's Michelle with Books Cause Insomnia. I'm here today because I want to show you how I annotate books. And part of why I wanted to show you is I've been annotating books for almost 20 years now, but I have my own way of doing it, and I've watched so many videos over the years of people annotating books, and I haven't seen anybody do it this way. I thought, why not share it with you? Some of you might find it really useful. Some of you might have other ideas for how I can annotate even better, which I would love to hear. But this is kind of my own little system that I've created, and I think it's pretty fun. So what I do, this is a book that I just read. I take Post-it notes and I put them inside the book here on the first page. And I do that before I start writing the book. And before I start reading the book, not writing it. I just think it's so much easier this way because I can open up the book and just take notes wherever. I don't have to carry Post-it notes with me because they're already in here. And if I don't have a pencil, I like to write in pencil in here. If I don't have a pencil, I can just, in my cell phone, make notes in there and then put them in here when I get home or something. But what I do is I usually put one of each color and I space them out a little bit. And then if I have enough notes to leave, I'll put a second, like I have here. This orange color up at the top, I'll write what days I read the book and then how many stars I give it at the end of the book. I'll write down here in brackets, people. And in here on both of these notes, that's where I write the characters and just little notes about them. It works for me to do it that way. And then in the blue, I have in brackets written thoughts. And that's what I'll do is I'll just make little notes of different thoughts I'm having during the book about the book, so that when I do my book reviews, I can mention my little bullet points that I've put here. Then on the yellow sheet down here, I have place, and that's where I put notes about where the book is, what the location in the book feels like. You know, some authors get so descriptive in the town the book takes place in, or where somebody works, or where they live, or their car, or whatever. And so that's where I'll put notes on that if there's a lot of information on that. And then the purple is hints and story. What I do here is I will write, this is where I take my own notes that I would not tell a person in a review because they're spoilers. Different things that happen that I think, oh, this person must be the killer, or oh, I bet the book is going to take this turn, or this is a really important part of the book. This is where I will write that. And then down here, I have page 3 written down. Usually I'll put 3 and then it'll be a comma and then a bunch of other page numbers with commas between them. And what that tells me is there's an excerpt from the book that I want to write down in my book journal. And I try not to mark up books, so what I do is on the page 3, if I go back there, I'll just have a little bracket and pencil around what I want to write in the journal. And then if I ever get rid of the book, I can look at the pages I've written on, go back and erase them so that the next person doesn't have to see my notes or my thoughts or whatever. But that is how I annotate. It works really well for me. I do usually just have, I think I mentioned this, I'm not sure. I do usually just have one of each color, and then I'll add more. Like, for example, this orange one was chock full of character information, so I will add more to that section if I need to put more in there as the story goes on. If you have any ideas of different sections I could have, be sure to let me know, because I'm always open to annotating even better than I already do, or in a way that works better. But for me right now, this seems to be the best way. Also, sometimes down here on the purple ones at the bottom, the bottom sheet, if there's a word that I've never heard of, that I don't know, I'll write that word down and then look it up in the dictionary and put that in my book journal as well. And let me know, do you annotate your books? And if you do, how do you do it? Do you do it in the way where you have all the little color-coded small post-it notes in the side? Do you write in your books? How do you do it? I'd love to hear it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or night. I love you. Bye.